What if I told you that I could tell you what kind of financial investments you prefer based off just asking if you're a dog or a cat person? Well, according to a groundbreaking new study authored by a marketing professor at the University of South Carolina, that's exactly what I can do. So today, I'll tell you which is the better investor, and I'll explain how being a cat or a dog person affects your financial decisions. Understanding the ways you as a cat or dog person naturally approach your financial investments can either help you make a lot more money or avoid making mistakes that will hurt your financial independence. So whether you're a cat person or a dog person, or you're just not a person because you hate animals and just want to laugh at all the animal people, this video is for you. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like button if you're glad you don't have to read through all of this academic jargon. And if you enjoyed learning about how to be better off financially, consider subscribing to my channel because I make 2 long-form videos like this one every single week. Okay, so to understand what biases our animal preferences give us, we need to understand regulatory focus theory. Regulatory focus theory describes how people control their feelings, behaviors, and reactions. It's about the process of bringing yourself into alignment with your standards and goals. According to regulatory focus theory, people can adopt one of 2 types of focus. The first is promotion focus. This is a focus on growth, getting desired outcomes, and realizing your ambitions. The second is prevention focus, which is a focus on safety and security, avoiding undesirable outcomes and fulfilling your responsibilities. So when it comes to investing, a promotion-focused investor would be much more interested in chasing high returns through riskier tech stocks, while a prevention-focused investor might be more interested in a diversified portfolio that may not grow as much, but has a lower chance of losing money. A lot of the development of this focus comes from how you grew up. If you felt loved and supported and grew up in a healthy environment, you're more likely to be more focused on goal achievement. While if you had the opposite experience and felt excluded or lonely at school or home, your focus will be more on the preventative side of things. These tendencies can also change depending on other factors, such as who we are making the choices for. For example, when we're making choices for friends, we're more promotion focused, whereas with family, we're more preventative focused. The study I mentioned earlier wanted to see if the stereotypes of dogs as more eager, goal-oriented, and responsive to rewards like treats or petting, while cats are more mysterious, cautious, and careful, affect if we're promotion or preventatively focused. After controlling for political orientation and economic prosperity, they took people who only owned dogs and people who only owned cats and gave them a scenario. If you want to answer for yourself in the comments, that'd be awesome. Here's the scenario. You've got $2,000. You can invest it in a stock of your choice, which is high risk, or a mutual fund of your choice, which is low risk. Then the participants had to choose an option. The researchers found that 36.4% of the dog owners chose to invest in the riskier stock option plan, whereas only 20.6% of cat owners chose the stock option plan. In a separate question, when they were asked how much they would put into the stocks if they bought the stocks, the dog owners again chose to be riskier and bought an average of $796 out of their $2,000, whereas the cat owners bought $603 of stocks. Now if you're thinking, Kobe, this is just correlation, not causation, it must be that people who choose to buy dogs are already more promotionally focused, right? Well, they did another round of interviews with those same people where they found that if you asked the same people to think of the times that a dog did not portray the stereotypical promotion-focused attributes of eagerness to please, responsiveness to rewards, highly sociable, in those situations where dogs didn't have the stereotype, the dog owner's preferences towards increased risks through the stock option plan disappeared. So there's something inherently ingrained in us as humans that when we're around the stereotypical attributes of a dog, we're more likely to focus on growth, getting desired outcomes, and striving after ambitions. Cats, on the other hand, can leave us with feelings of safety and security and incline us to want to avoid undesirable outcomes, which is great too. But which is the better investor? Well, the extremes on either end can be bad, but the extreme on the dog side is the most financially dangerous. If you're throwing all of your money into super speculative assets like crypto or taking out risky option calls, that is definitely more likely to be detrimental to you than being crazy preventative and hiding your cash under the mattress. In the latter case, sure, you'd lose some money to inflation over the long run, but you wouldn't have your assets go to zero when the next crypto bubble pops. Regardless, the most important lesson from this study is understanding yourself and where your natural risk inclinations lie. If you feel like you're more promotion focused, you may need to put guardrails in place, whether that be personal rules about investing, a friend that you can bounce ideas off of, or a financial professional to keep you in check from doing anything too risky. If you're more preventative focused, you may need to look at the math behind investing to put your preventative focus at ease about the risks of investing, or have a friend who pushes you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and take some risk. Now, I don't know if this phrase is true as far as affecting people's investing habits goes, but in music, it's much easier to tell a singer to back off of a note than to try to coax more volume out of a singer. And I feel like a similar thing applies here. It's easier to help a dog investor pull back on his risk than to try to get a cat investor to push themselves out there more. But now I want to hear from you. Which do you feel like is the better investor, cat or dog people? Let me know in the comments below, and if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.